Vegito! Let me show you how far more you can go.
Alright, so in this one, I'm going to be getting into my Legends Festival Part 2 tier list. Of course, I have opted to do the full unit tier list again, simply via your guys' preference, and just also for the fact that, you know, top 10 characters in the game, you know, we have way more than top 10 characters that are actually meta in the game, right? We're looking 20 to even 25 characters that are kind of team-wise, you know, you're seeing even in the top ranks of the game right now, so it's definitely a lot more beneficial for people to observe or glance a meta snapshot from a full unit list and see who's valuable, who's the best in the game, and who's utter garbage, right? So we do have those tiers here. God tier, top of the meta. So God tier is like the must-haves. Like these characters, if you run at least one of them on your team, you're looking really good. Top meta are the best partners for the God tier, and then meta, of course, are like third-party characters or units that are really solid options. Then we move down to usable, where it's just like, you can use them. They're not really good, but they're not complete and utter garbage. And then trash, you guys know the definition of that. But yeah, also quick thing that I mention every single tier list video. We do rate characters not only off of X unit is better than this unit, off of individual kits. It's not how you rate units on tier list, because units do increase in value and decrease in value depending on how the meta shifts, power creep, / how teams evolve, right? So team dynamics / color / even equipments, everything takes a factor when you're rating characters. So I know a lot of people usually get in the comments, Vergil, how is this unit above this? They just don't compare. And I know a lot of characters in my head that will be placed above other characters that are not superior individually, right? But it's simply for the fact that the team is better and they're just more valuable in the meta. Currently, they will be placed in a higher tier, right? So diving in here, make sure to drop a like and a sub before you jump in, because I do upload every single day with Legends content. Without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time on the trash tier. I'm going to look for a lot of characters to just toss on here. Trash. I mean, I'm looking for teams too. Like, so a lot of the units that will be placed on tiers, I'm going to be thinking, can their team carry them to a tier above? Absolutely not. These units are trash. They're not even worth being in the usable tier. I'm going to throw this Trunks in usable tier right away, just because he is, he's not meta, but his team's good. Hybrids is actually in a really good spot with LF Beast Gohan simply being God tier. I'm just going to slap him on there. I feel like that is a no-brainer right now in the meta. One of the best characters in the game is LF Beast Gohan, and anyone featured on his tags, right? Hybrids, Sun Family, movies, you name it. Like any tag that he's featured on will be able to carry some of the back-end characters. I'm sorry, these cannot be saved. These characters are just really bad, but this guy released, I think, this year, and I would not consider him meta at all. Like, he's just a unit that exists in the game. He's not terrible, but he's just a usable character. It's pretty obvious. But Gohan, I guess we could break him down in like 2 seconds. Just stacked kit, very easy ramp up. He's one of those characters, you don't even need a support character on the team. He's just going to be supporting himself. He builds up on his own. He has easy cover nullification, vanish restoration, drawing, blue cards, all that good. Like, he has a stacked, very reminiscent to the original Blue Beast Gohan, which pretty much has a ton of the more important top tier, best aging mechanics, right? He cancels buffs, name it. Blast armor, autopilot gameplay. The transformation itself, the vanish removal, the tech that you're able to play with this character is literally God tier. So we're going to keep him up there. Of course, fat tanks. I'm actually going to throw him at the top of the meta right now. You know, teams like movies, even Fusion Wars, Fusion Wars, and Hybrid Saiyans, all the teams like, you know, Beast Gohan being able to support this guy. He has really good disruption, supports. Being a yellow unit, I think yellow is the worst color right now, but he's definitely a solid 1% sparking. Would not even go to as far as throwing him in. He's just meta? No, top meta. I think he's on some of the best teams right now, and he could definitely be pushed up. He's not going to be at the top of the top meta. I'm going to try to... I know you guys like the order more than not, so I'm going to try to order it a bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and say past the top maybe 10 and 15 characters, they're not going to be completely ordered specifically. I'm just going to start slapping them on the list, but around 10 to 15, I'm going to try to order them as best as possible, even though we're doing a list format here. I know you guys do prefer my takes in order. Beast Gohan, it's going to be hard to put the top God tier characters in order. I'm only going to put like 3 characters up there maybe. We have Magenta here. He's going to be at the top of the meta as well. Androids being a really great team. Green being a really great color. The supports, the death, AoE damage. This guy has a ton of utility as well. Cover nullification for a 1% sparking. some of the best that you're going to see in the game right now, right? Team-wise, he's got Androids, movies, very diverse. I think Androids is still one of the best teams in the game. You got it right there, right? This Piccolo, I'm just going to throw him in meta alongside this green Goku. I already thought of them too. Really mediocre 1% sparkings, but because of how Dragon Ball Saga is, if you have a peaked out Dragon Ball Saga squad, you're going to be doing some pretty decent stuff, right? The equipments actually carry this team a ton. You got the LF Kid Goku, or even Sun Family. If you're thinking Sun Family, this Goku's always going to be carried by this tags. Piccolo, Regen as well. Regen's a really solid team, so tagging carry, I could definitely say these guys are above the usable tier, but they're not in the top meta. So, you know, maybe some counterparts, like LF Kid Goku, I can comfortably put, where is he? Comfortably put in the top meta, right? Comfortably put up here, even though he did get nerfed with the Dragon Ball Destruction, he's comfortably amongst some of the best damage dealers in the game, utility, team-wise, movies, you know, all that stuff. You know, he's got some tags, right? These Dragon Ball units are not the best, but carried for sure. Okay, we're going to move on to top meta. Do I want to throw Beast? I feel like we could throw Beast Gohan in the top meta, but he's not going to be in the, like, the top of the top meta, if that makes any sense. Like, he's one of those characters that, you know, his kit kind of reminiscence in Ultra. Like, he just has so much to his kit that he, you know, for a 1-year-old character, he was feeling like an Ultra unit in the game. And it's still to this day, I think he has one of the best autopilot plays in the game, right? You're constantly filling his gauge, you're getting card draw speed, you're getting cover null, you're ramping him up, ramping his ultimate up. Just to keep it 100,000, he is in the meta. Like, he is in the meta. Top meta, we're gonna just keep it strict for units that you're seeing in the top meta. Given hybrids is top meta right now, I will definitely say hybrids is, you know, they have the equipments, they have the support, they have Beast Gohan, which is second to none, one of the best characters in the game. You're just not running double beasts in most instances. This guy's very squishy, and he isn't what he used to be. However, he can definitely put up the numbers. I'm gonna just slap him at one of the top characters in meta. Golden Gliz is in the top meta. I am going to comfortably say Universe Rep is one of, if not the best team in the game. Last Uni Rep, and he just fits so well with like units like LF Jiren, Evo Ken, MVP 17, the Paralyze, the double ultimates, the utility. He's got it all. All right, this guy, he is in usable tier. Wow, he's like the what? Wait, did this Trunks release this year? Am I bugging? I feel like I didn't know we got so many mid 1%. Oh my god, these two characters, I think the Trunks released this year. This Roshi definitely released this year, and my god, he is carried by his team. But he is just usable, right? He does blue card damage, and that's all he does. Evo Ken, you're comfortably going in God tier. That's all I'm gonna say. You have really good flow with your teams right now. You have options. You have, you know, it's mainly Universe Rep, but the team has options. Universe Rep has probably one of the most stacked options in the game, and the way that they constantly get cover nullification on the green card when you fill their gauge, they're constantly drawing cards, and they have such good flow. They feel really consistent. And if I had to, this is 1A, 1B right here. So I know a lot of people are going to debate whether this is the best character in the game or this is the best character in the game. They're in the same place, bro. Beast Gohan, given he's got a little bit more teams, and you can argue that for the best right now. He's got more teams, like movies, he's got hybrids, he's got Sun Family, all of that. Given these guys have the same teams, but you're only running them on Unirep. Their individual flow right now feels really crazy. I'm just going to give the edge to Beast Gohan. I want to switch things up since the little updates. You know, this is an updated list. I actually have made a list not too long ago, and we're getting updates like new characters here. I think the introduction of Goku and Bardock, giving a little bit more value to Beast in some sense, just for team-wise. Obviously, they're not the same tags, but leader slot this guy on movies is a team that, you know, has to be studied a bit more, because I've seen some crazy shit with that team. But LF Jiren, we're going to throw him in the top of the meta right now. I'm not going to throw him on God tier, but my god, did this guy probably get the biggest level up of maybe 2023. Having a platinum equip already, being just underwhelming until this very Zenkai, or even the drop of Evo Ken in this Blast Universe Rep composition. He has arguments to be replacing Go Frieza. The Go Frieza that has been king of the year. Like, you know, one of the most hated characters. I mean, I know VB is getting a lot of, like, that similar vibe, but a lot of people just... You know, right? Go Frieza was really that unit for a long time. And now Jiren just easily taking the place on a Blast team for the exact same build. But Go Frieza, is a lot more diverse in this character, has a lot more utility, and I think individually is a lot better than Jiren. And I was actually, you know, a lot of shifts. Honestly, I had Jiren behind Go Frieza, and then I had him above Go Frieza, and then I'm actually going to put them back above Jiren just for the fact that Sans is getting love with the Goku Bardock. That is one of the main reasons I'm going to put Goku and Frieza above Jiren again. You guys take a look at my colored list. I might actually do a colored list in a little while here. I don't know if it'll be before part 3. I might actually wait for part 3 to arrive. But yeah, this guy's back above Jiren just for the fact that Sans are on the come up. So utility, I think Jiren is still the best option for universe rep, so I wouldn't. Okay, Shorty is calling me. We're gonna have to take a quick pause here. All right, we're back. Where was I? So, pretty sure I was mentioning something with Jiren here being on the best team in the game. If you want to put Jiren above Go Frieza, I'm not gonna, like, disagree with you simply for the fact that I still think the Evo Ken, Jiren, Golden Frieza, or even MVP 17 is the best team in the game. Like, I believe that is either number 1 or number 2 team in the game. I'm gonna slap 17 around this area location right here. I'm gonna still put Go Frieza first. Individually, they clear Jiren. That's just a simple fact. But Jiren just being that wall that the team needs. Like, MVP's not taking the hit that he used to. He still does great damage. He's a great glue, support, utility character. One of the best. I'm not here for the 17 slander. I'm sorry, I just don't agree with it. I've seen a lot of people, like, downplay this character, even though he's, like, aging. It's very apparent that he's aging. But the team, he's still on the team. You're not replacing this kid. This dynamic of these 3 characters, you're not switching it up. Go Frieza has just way too many more options, and he's way more versatile than Jiren, right? So you're rocking him on Saiyans, you're rocking Zenkai buff setups, you're rocking him on LOE, you name it, right? There's too many more builds that you can rock Go Frieza on. He's just more valuable. Even though he is better individually, I don't think replacing Jiren on this 3. If you have these 3, run these 3. The synergy is just a lot more comfortable. I'm just gonna be honest. And we're gonna move on to Gogeta, the most underrated character that I have seen in a little while. I mean, I guess you could, I don't want to say overrate because he's just been underrated. So for the simple fact that he has the teams, he's got the units that you want to be pairing him up with. So Fusion Warriors is still in a really great spot, but it might actually be because of him. Green being one of the best colors right now to have. And then the Revival being one of the more valuable abilities in the game. You know, you just can't, you don't want to rush a Revival character. He's got like that jack of all trades. He's a little bit defensive. He's a little bit offensive. He's got the utility, the easy cover nullification. Gogeta's him, bro. I think a lot of people are kind of switching up, or a lot of people just don't really know if they're not familiar with his games. I'm going to slap him at a nice, comfortable top meta position here. Meta. This Aider is definitely arguable meta. You know, the Dragon Ball team. He's on Androids, movies. He's got tags to really carry his ass. I don't have him, but at the times I've ran into him, I've definitely underestimated him, and I've gotten put up in the sky. I'm not going to lie. Janemba. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not here for your slander either. One of the best autopilot characters in the game. I don't know how else to explain. So easy to use, right? He just feels like one of those units where you jump in the game and you have so much pressure because of your gauge. And obviously he's really easy to play around if you know how to play around him, which, you know, you just figure that out for yourselves. But yeah, I think he's one of the easiest characters to use, and he has very similar cover null to like BB, right? Given this guy's actually time gated and you're not going to get it back until you get back into the field. UVB has that gauge where if you refill it, you're going to get back your cover null, right? This guy, he has it on entry for 5 counts. He's just soloing characters, right? He's soloing, and that's pretty much what it is to it. I don't even know what to say other than he has 2 ultimates. He does a crap ton of damage. He's got teams. He's got regeneration. He's got movies. You pair him up with Beast Gohan. You pair him up with LF Perfect Cell, Orange Piccolo, you name it. Dude's a demon, right? I'm going to throw in usable this kid Gohan and Krillin. I mean, he just happens to be on this list. I'm pretty sure he's better than these 2 Sparkings, which is actually crazy. But, you know, we're just going to slap him on usable. He's not like a meta character at all. The Namek Goku, I'm going to slap him on meta as well. Probably above Beast Gohan easily. Saiyans is on the come up. I think this guy, he was top of the game. He just fell off in the sense of like a lot of characters kind of, you know, he has a really low HP. A lot of characters kind of counteract his reduced key ability, and he still has the potential to do a ton of damage. The sniping, the cover null, his gauge fill up. He's still a great character. And with, you know, LF, Bardock, Goku on the rise, which I still haven't added to my list, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to know where I'm going to place them. Like, it's pretty obvious if you haven't realized yet, but Saiyan's on the rise. This Trunks, I'm going to slap him in usable. He's pretty good. Just for the sense of, you know, the double ultimates carried by tag. Wouldn't say he's meta at all, but he's carried by hybrids. And for everything I remember, he was a demon on drop. He just wanted to be a beast Gohan, right? He wanted to be double supported. He wanted to be like the center of attention on his team, and then beast Gohan released and kind of just overshadowed him completely. But being a green color is actually really valuable too. You're not really seeing this unit ever. Top meta, I'm gonna slap Ginu Force up here. It's really hard to rate towards the back end of top meta, so I'm just gonna start slapping the entire Ginu Force in the top meta, just because them as a team in the top meta is actually very true. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. If they're all of these characters for 1% are pretty much top of the game, right? Ginyu Force having a revival aspect, solid damage, cover nullification, card draw speed. Raccoon Goldo being one of the tankiest units in the game. Then Raccoon or Jason Birder. Hopefully I didn't butcher their names. Jason Birder just being a solid synergistic vibe for the entire three. If we're gonna slap all of them in the top meta, you know, I have to kind of, we'll do this. I think these two characters could definitely be placed in other teams. And then this guy, you know, he's meta, but he's, you know, you want to run him with Ginyu Force. You're not really running this character other than that. So I'm going to comfortably add them in the meta. I'll probably shift some of these ratings once I clean it up towards the end here. This is really, really raw. Some more trash. I feel like trash can be just like slapped on here. Trash. Meta? This Frieza is usable? I'm gonna slap him in meta. People still use this Frieza a ton, and simply for the fact that he holds blue card supports. He's got LOE, Go Frieza, the new Golden Gliz. The back end of meta seems like a very comfortable place. Individually, he's not anything fantastic, but we're gonna throw Shallot in meta as well. Saiyans is up. His blue form is actually really solid, and he's got some other forms that can kind of do stuff. I don't want to say that he's in the usable tier. He's definitely above usable, and his tags are going to carry him there so easily. We're going to slap Shallot somewhere in the middle of meta. I feel like is very respectable. Usable tier, we're going to throw this guy, Universe Rep, right? Universe Rep is going to carry this dude to the moon. He's got various team options. He's pretty good. I know he released this year, but he's the same as like a lot of these other characters. Given he's better than these 1% that released, I don't think he's special. Like, he's just a unit that exists as an option if you want a red character. Hit existed already, and he was better than him, so I just didn't really run him like that. Top meta. I'm gonna slap UVB in the top meta. A lot of characters are going in top meta right now. I kind of had God tier kind of like this, like the top 5-6 characters, but I want to like solely place the top 3 dogs on the top. Like, I might change this up a bit, but I'm really... You guys are going to see what's up here. It's really hard to like say these units are God tier when we're not. Like right now in the meta, even though Fusions is one of the best teams, I'm running into Universe Rep in movies like 9 out of 10 games. Fusions is definitely a couple of sprinkles in between. Every other tag is like random that you run into, but they're definitely usable in the meta just via obviously my ratings here. UVB's that guy. He's definitely him. He has one of the most dominant individual kits in the game. But he's still strictly on Fusions. Future's not there right now, unfortunately. Meta, I'm going to slap this Gohan somewhere in meta. I think Hybrid Saiyan / Sun Family is definitely holding this guy strong. We might throw Beast Gohan a little bit higher too. I don't want to underrate this Blue Beast. I kind of looked at him for a solid second. Top meta, we're going to slap more characters like the Gammas. Very, very obvious reasons there. Okay, Goku Black, you're going to be in the meta. You're definitely good enough to be featured in meta. We'll probably throw him above Raccoon Goldo. He still's got the options. He's just, you know, there's so many characters that have more value. Like, you're thinking, this is why I mentioned in the beginning of the video, units like 1%, are they really better than this Ultra? You know, maybe individually they're on par or not. I just think meta-wise, 110%, you're definitely making more use out of fat tanks, out of any of these 1%. Like, more team value for sure. Future is not it right now. They're on the back end of top 10 teams. Kid Buu, you're in meta. I wouldn't even throw you in top meta right now, unfortunately. On regen, you're not even on the main setup of like Janemba, Perfect Cell, and an orange Piccolo, but you would be that 4th option, I'm pretty sure. We'll probably throw you above Beast Gohan. You're in a comfortable meta position. I will respect you. Really good individual kit, AoE greens, all that good stuff. I feel like a lot of these other ones don't have to be explained too much. Did I miss anybody? Probably didn't explain Gamma's core breaker, insane teams, androids, movies, really great damage. You can build them Striker Blast, all that stuff. Perfect Cell. We're going to throw him at the top of the meta, but where? Where is he going to be in the top of the meta? We're going to probably slap Jiren a little bit higher, Gogeta a little bit higher. I want to rank these accurately. Probably throw 17 a little bit higher. Uni Rep being one of the best. So like this is probably my accurate rating. This is looking a bit right. This is looking a bit right. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Something of this sort right here is pretty decent. I might slap this guy in meta just because I might exclusive like hold down top meta. Meta just sounds about right for these guys as the third option. See, this is where we switch it up and stuff, right? Switch it up. Ginu probably can remain up here, top meta. This looks good. If you guys haven't liked the video and you're at this part of the video, what are you doing, dude? I'm just gonna be honest. Hey, Vegeta, you are meta. I don't know if I'd throw you in the top of the meta. I have, it's been a little while since he's released the Zenkai for him. Hasn't really shifted much. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He has not shifted a dang thing, but is he great? He's He's probably one of the best LF Zenkais in the game right now. It's just Saiyans hasn't been fully fledged yet, so he's just not on any teams. He's just basically homeless. But can I throw him into top meta yet? We're gonna throw him at the top of meta. I feel like that's the most comfortable thing. Hits, you're at the top of meta somewhere. I'm just gonna slap you somewhere random right here. Hit is a really great ultra. Just he doesn't want to be on the team right now. Red's just not a... Every color has value. I'm just thinking about it right now. Blast Uni Reps is what you're running, right? The only team he's gonna be featured on is Uni Reps, or he's gonna be on leader. But I think his individual kit carries him so high, you could still run him on Uni Reps, all that good stuff. This Revival UI, I'm going to throw him somewhere in the top of just meta, something like that. Probably this guy's a little bit higher. 8 Vegetas, like, around here. This is not really ordered. I'm just going to be completely honest. Meta is not really ordered. I tried to order top meta as much as possible. Kiawe is around the meta range. She's good. Universe Rep's pretty good. Usable tier, I'm gonna slap in Nerdhan. Obviously movies is really great right now, but he's just not being used. He's just not used. He's not even in consideration. I'm gonna throw Pickle in top meta as well. I think he's in a very similar position to Revival Gogeta, and I've actually seen an increase of my personal interest towards him. I've been really upset that he's not a great overall unit until he got his platinum equip, until Beast Gohan dropped, until like certain parties, even on regen, like he was all right. He's pretty good, but he's just that third option that existed on the team, right? He wasn't doing anything crazy. I recently have been running this red-green setup with Beast, Piccolo, and Pan, and the synergy is just so dumb. We're gonna slap Pan on top of the meta. Just one of the top meta options. She's being ran a ton because of movies and Beast Gohan, Hybrid Saiyans, Sun Family, stuff like that. You can just run her on any setup on leader slot as well. Probably around here, top of the meta, something like that. I feel like this is really comfortable. But meta options is not bad, by the way, for the people that aren't realizing that. I'm going to put the better options at the top, but meta is not a bad place to be. I'm just going to be honest. Jiren, and he's a little bit blast based. I'll probably put him above red 8 Vegeta just because I said Uni Rep is going to carry a lot of these units to the moon, and they did release this year, right? Meta, Boobros, Saiyans, probably behind Namek, and this like right around here seems fair. I think, I don't want to like over or underrate them, but they're in the middle of the meta. They're not anything fantastic, but they're not usable. I'm sorry. We're not going to disrespect them that much. Okay, the Sword of Hope Trunks. He is meta. He is at the top of the regular meta here. I'm going to slap him somewhere around here. Really great. He's primarily ran on hybrids right now. Obviously, you can run him on future, but he's mainly ran on hybrids, so he's not too versatile, but he's still got some great quirks, really solid damage output. And yeah, we're going to move on to Ultra Gogeta. You are in the usable tier. I'm going to throw you in the back end of usable tier. You have some really solid stuff. Like the card destruction, the nullify endurance for exist. I forgot like his kit entirely, to be completely honest. Really easy cover null. You just autopilot play where you're building up his gauge. You're drawing a blue card. You hit him with the blue card. You got multiple ultimates. lock-ins, stuff like that. Some really solid kit. I feel like you got a unique or a Zenkai, you're going to be at the top again. Cell, yeah. Is he meta? Not really. Is he in the usable tier? He's in the usable tier. He's not bad. I don't want to say he's meta just for the fact that you're not running into this character in the meta at all. But I gotta put him in the back end, bro. He's too good to not be in the meta, bro. You just don't see him. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Regen and Androids gonna carry this guy into the meta. I'm sorry. We're not going to underrate that guy. This Cell is actually really, really good for a 1%. Regen Androids as well. One of the best 1% Zenkais in the game. Same thing with this guy. Movies, Fusion Warriors, pretty good 1% Zenkai. Ultra Broly, you are in a usable trash tier. Very next to Ultra Gogeta. You release a lot after him, but my god, you suck. You're just really bad, bro. Even with your platinum equip, you're just really bad, bro. Usable tier, I'm going to throw Pickle somewhere here. Given... this guy's kind of old now. He's in like the Beast Gohan realms, but I would still throw him in a usable tier. It's crazy to even think about. Regeneration, movies. He's got the tags to carry him. GT17, Androids, tags to carry him. He's got some solid options. He's pretty tanky still. Decent utility. I'm going to throw him in the usable tier. Definitely not meta. Bro, it's really crazy how Roshi released not that long ago, and this Trunks as well. They're just not that good at all. Usable, I'm going to slap Cooler around this range. EX Omega is around the back end range. Super Vegeto's usable tier. They're all around the same usability. Gogeta Blue. Bro, you are in the top meta, my friend. You are the best aging character for the past year. Like, you are a top dog, bro. Movies. You got Fusion Warriors going on. Where am I going to place him? Probably around here. I think Fusion's probably around here. This is like a safe place for you. I think Go Frieza is definitely in a better position than you than everything else. This is what you're looking like, broski. Roshi, you're in a good usable tier. I'm not gonna lie. Blast, Uni-Rep is your kind of niche. Zamasu, we're gonna slap you in usable tier. By the way, I don't know if you guys realized, but I had a full unit tier list a couple weeks ago when the Legends Fest started. I removed the mid tier, so I just went straight from usable to trash. Just a quicker stuff here. More trash. I mean, maybe you could use the Majin Vegeta now. The Vegeta clan has more options with Evo Ken. I'm just gonna cope a little bit. Usable, I feel like these guys are at least usable, right? The back end of usable. UI is definitely meta. I'm not gonna throw him in the top meta, but he's in a similar playing field as sort of Hope. Plus he's got the teams, the taggings, all that stuff. Really good stuff. LF Broly will probably throw him on usable. Somewhere he's got like a unique equipment plus that brand new one that dropped. You're like, for an old character without a Zenkai, you're pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This Broly is not horrible right now. He did get buffed, so this Trunks and Vegeta, you're somewhere in the meta, or like I feel like they're usable. They're like a little bit above usable, so I'm gonna throw him somewhere in the back end of meta. Revival Frieza is a usable option. This Android 21 is one of the best free-to-plays in the game, usable option. This Blue Beerus is just dog, bro. He is trash. Holy crap, this trash. Gogeta Blue, you are... where's G4, bro? G4 trash tier. Bro, I feel like I'm bro, the mid tier needed to exist, man. I wanted to slap Gogeta in a higher tier. The disrespect is insane. I'm gonna throw Blue Boys in usable simply for the fact that you can Uber Zenkai buff them, and movies is up, right? You can say the same thing about Fusion Warriors. You know, maybe I'll throw them in a usable tier. Yeah, that's like the best I can do. These characters are simply carried by tags. I don't want to throw them amongst these like literal trash. Usable. Dragon Fist got a platinum equip. I think he is definitely usable. Maybe I want to make this a little bit shorter so you guys can see like the full list. And I don't know what I'm doing with this guild flex thing. I kind of just have my phone there. Usable. UI, you're definitely usable. Somewhere in the middle of usability, you got the builds. I'm gonna slap like around here, I think. Usables. Future Gohan, you are just usable. I feel like you're carried as well. You're one of those characters that are really timeless. Got an equipment. You got tags, right? Specifically Hybrid Saiyans. This guy as well, like really good for his aging. Hybrid Saiyans, movies, Revival's pretty valuable. The tag 4s are really high and usable. Really great unit for being a year old. AoE green, easy cover null. The tag switch mechanic. Really good damage output. They have a lot going on except for the teams. This Goku Black is definitely usable. Still, I'm going to throw him in the back end, like next to this Vegito Blue. This Goku is top of usable as well. One of the better LF Zenkais. He's really up there. You know, not comparable to like the last 5 LF Zenkais, but he's up there. Frieza, I'm gonna just straight up throw him on meta just because of teams and stuff. LOE's in a pretty good spot, I would say, and he just has individual value from the sense of like he nullifies endurance for existing, really great support, utility. These are some borderline ratings right here. Usable, Vegeta, you are the back end of usable, man. I'm sorry, but you are just cheeks. Cell, carried by teams, back end of usable. You're just androids. Bardock, Goku, all that stuff. We're gonna slap you in God tier. I've been waiting this entire video to add you to the list. They are God tier. Individually, my God, do they cook, bro. This unit freaking cooks, bro. From the indestructible, just having that basically a revival protection, some really insane healing, AoE green card into cover nullification, solid damage output, 2 colors. I think 2 colors, having 2 colors, very like Go Frieza. You have double the amount of Zenkai buff options, team options. Sun Family is a great setup. Having this dude, still a little bit teamless, I'm just gonna be honest, but they're so good individually that they're rivaling the top characters in the games. I have to throw them in the God tier. This guy, probably usable, great usable option for green cards and supports. Kaioken's top of usable. None of these are being ordered, by the way, as you can see. Trashed here. Bardock is about to get a level up, so I have this Bardock in usable. He's just going to be somewhere in usable before his LF Zenkai, but he'll probably be slapped up into the top of meta, or maybe if he's lucky in the top meta. Sans, like I said, is getting a really big buff, so in the usable tier is fair for him right now. Androids, usable tier, you know, somewhere around here. You just aged, like, I don't want to say like milk. They're still really good, but they take a really long to ramp up. This blue Goku Black, can I even say he's usable? I don't even know, man. Tapion's trash. Mecha Frieza probably usable. This is what the list is looking like, chat. Let me know what you guys think. Let me just clean it up a bit. 11. I'll probably throw Piccolo around 12. You can argue Piccolo a lot higher. That's the thing, bro. Piccolo, I don't know what happened, bro. Even when he got his equipment, it shit was weird. It might have just been Beast Gohan's. Beast Gohan's released increased his value like crazy. And I might throw him over Gamma's right now just because of movies. 16, 17. So 17 in the top meta, and then all these characters are definitely options and usables, right? Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to continue, have me continue making lists like these and not top 10s, right? I'll see you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty, and I'm out. I'm about to catch my flight.